Hi guys, welcome to the 2 Cents podcast. My name is Joratinaga and with me here is
Success if that's it, if now.
Okay, so we'll be doing a quick one. We'll be reading a real life story. A young couple recorded a short playful video arguing over who loved the other more. They posted it for friends only. Overnight it went viral, millions of views. Suddenly strangers were analyzing their body language, choosing side and calling one partner toxic and the other a victim. The pressure became so intense that the couple stopped talking in real life but kept responding to comments online. They eventually broke up, and not because of cheating or fight, but because the internet got involved. So here is the discussion we'll be doing today. Can love survive in public opinion? That's one. Then 2, is privacy still possible in relationship today? So what do you think?
Can love survive
in a public opinion?
I don't think so. I don't think it can, because I feel like when in terms of love, like people have different ways of loving. Like the way I will show love might be different from the way you show love. So if you are expressing your love to somebody based on public opinion, what this person says, what that person says, what this person might be saying, this person's opinion might not tally with your kind of way of expressing love.
Okay.
So it can actually affect you, because the thing about relationship love is that there is no one formula for everything. There is no one formula for it. Like, as much as there are some general opinions that people can accept and work with, that will work for them in their relationship, most of the things that people tell you is based on their personal experience, and not every time you apply it in your own love life or relationship will it work out for you. So public opinion is good, but it's not necessarily the final say. You have to weigh what works for you.
Okay, so I would say that the public does not really have any business in your relationship. The relationship is between you and your partner, because there's this saying that people will always talk. No matter how good it is, they will talk. If it's bad, they will talk. So you giving room to public to explain or to tell you what they want. If you shake your head, they'll tell you shake your head too much. If you nag, they'll tell you nag too much. Public have a way of controlling people in the way they see fit, and once you still follow their own suggestion, they will still talk. So do what works for you, but to me, I feel the relationship has no business.
But what about, when you are, how do I put it now, you're having like some challenges or difficulties in your love life or relationship, and you need people's opinion, like you need to hear people's opinion. You need people's opinion. You don't need public opinion.
Yeah, you can actually go to a friend.
Yeah.
You can go to a friend. You can go to a therapist. You can go to a counselor. You don't need to entirely go to the internet.
Yeah.
Or come online and start explaining, saying, see, people, they know how to give best advice. Are those ones that have not enter relationship. They will analyze the relationship and analyze the situation. But if you check them, they've never entered into a relationship.
They've never.
It's just the thing that they are thinking of. That's what they will give you.
There's this saying that if you've never been into a relationship, you cannot, how do I put it now? You are not. If you've never been to a relationship, you are not qualified to give like relationship advice.
It's a lie,
It's not true, actually.
People that are not in relationship, they know, they have experience. They have doctorate.
They have their experience.
That's what we call learn from other people's experience. They have doctorate inside this thing already.
So I don't really believe that, because some persons are even in marriage. They may not even be experienced enough to give you the advice that you need. Sometimes they may not even be, they may not even have been able to overcome their challenges to give you the advice that you will need to overcome your own challenges. Because sometimes, like, a couple might be having issues in their relationship, and maybe there would have been a way for them to handle it better, but maybe because one person was not mature or the other was not mature, they had to like just call it a quit. Now if you are going to that person for advice, that person is not experienced enough to give you the kind of advice that you need. So just because that person has been in a relationship before, that person has been married before, you not think, oh, the person has the experience.
Marriage is another thing again. I would say there's no really formula for marriage, because what works for A won't entirely work for B.
There's no formula for relationship, marriage. There's no formula for that aspect too.
There's no formula for love. That's
There
what
is
I would
no
just
formula.
say. There is not.
I don't believe
Okay,
there is any.
is privacy still possible in relationship today? I think it's your choice. Yeah, it's your choice.
Of course, it's possible. If you want your relationship to be private,
Entirely private.
But if you want to bring it out there, we will look at it. We will
if you want to just do only anniversary, just when it's the anniversary period, just come online and say happy anniversary to us, then you disappear again 1 year later, or you disappear every 5 years.
If you want to be posting the back of his head every time,
it's your choice.
It's your choice. But if you choose to,
you can be as private as you want to be. No one is holding you band, or will I say holding you at gunpoint to post your relationship
like it
online.
Is not a necessity. It is not compulsory. You are not under duress to do it.
No, you aren't.
You should not even be under pressure to do it. Why?
No. Please, if you are married, if you want to post your marriage picture 5 years later and say happy married life to me,
no wahala.
You will see commenters will say,
nobody's holding,
because once it's sour, it's your cross. Once it's good, it's your cross. Who want to talk, we sit up. People will always say, if nobody talk about you,
then you are nobody.
That's it. The no story here, sorry. The friend who changed overnight. Okay, we're talking about a friend who changed overnight. Say, a teenager was quite polite and close with a friend. Joined a social media at a school. Social media group at a school, sorry. Within months, their dressing changed, language changed, and values changed. They started mocking the same friend they once relied on, all to fit in. Years later, they admitted they hated who they became, but were afraid of being alone. By the time they tried to return to their old self, most friendships were already damaged. Alright, so here's a question about this thing. See, is peer pressure louder than personal value? How much of who we become is chosen versus influence? How much of who we become is it chosen or influence?
Let's take the first question. What's the first question?
Is peer pressure louder than personal value?
Peer pressure. Actually, peer pressure is louder than personal value. But how do I put it now? That is if you want it to be. That's how I'll put it. If your personal value is not, how do I put it? It's not valuable enough to you as much as peer pressure, then peer pressure will be of more value than your personal value. But I do understand what I just said? But I believe that your personal value should be louder than peer pressure, because that is what will build you. That's what makes you. That's what forms you. That's what gives you your confidence. That's what builds your self-esteem. That's what will make you stand out. That's how you'll be able to, that's what will build the foundation where you'll be able to stand in the midst of people and not get intimidated. That will build your future. Because the major problem that we're facing right now, that we are facing right now in this generation, this, what's it called? Is it Gen Z? Which generation will be?
We're in Gen Alpha.
This Gen Alpha generation,
Gen Z.
Whatever generation we are in, the generation that we are in, that the major problem that they are having is self-esteem. You see all these people doing a lot of things. Let me not go too much.
You know, the peer pressure, there will always be peer pressure. There will always be peer pressure. It's just for you to know your values. That's the thing. Know your values and know it to the point that you stand on it, so that when that peer pressure comes, when you see it, you will not be intimidated to do certain things.
Yes.
You will not be pushed to do certain things. Because there is no how. Peer pressure will always be there.
It will. So you have to prepare your mind
left on you, and left of how you have been built, how your esteem has been built. Because some people grow up with low self-esteem.
That's what I want to talk about. That's the problem that they grow up. Generation
they grow up with low self-esteem.
Their esteem is very low, and it's because, first of all, we have their parents to blame. Secondly,
well, I think it's entirely their parents. It's not really entirely their parents. Some of them are really, they're the type that hide under the influence of introverts. They're not really their parents. Some of them are quiet, so they tend to look at people. some of them just have peer pressure right from the beginning. I don't think
from the beginning. It starts from somewhere now. Like if you give birth to a child and you're always telling the child you are this, you are that, don't get intimidated, you are who you are. You build the child's mind to the point where nothing anybody says is able to make the child feel less of his herself or himself. Then that child will start to you start making the child see her or his personal values. You start making them see what makes them who they are, what makes them special, what makes them important. If you do that and they are able to like build up themselves with that kind of foundation, then peer pressure will just be something that they can tackle.
Actually tackle. I don't think you can actually crush peer pressure, because there will always be pressure in your workplace.
It may not even be.
It may not be in secondary school.
Yeah, and it may not even be like the normal. I want to be loved.
It's like
they're different
as grade.
Yes.
So I'm not.
And there are different ways.
You can't crush it. It's
different
actually
ways
tackle.
That's true.
You can tackle it.
That's true.